The wild forest cat, wily, dangerous, she stalks her prey. Actually, she just gets fed by us. Fancy feast. Good morning, guys. My name is Phil. Welcome back to Miranda Detailing. In today's episode, we have two maintenance vehicles that we're going to be doing today. We're going to show you the differences between a well-maintained ceramic coated vehicle and a, needs a little help with maintenance on the other vehicle. So guys, we have the two vehicles here. This truck here was coated with the Apex 1-year coating, and then we have the Cadillac in there that was coated with Crystal Serum Light. I believe it was. I'm gonna have to go back and check. It was either Crystal Serum Light or EXO, but I think it was Crystal Serum Light. And we see the differences between the two vehicles, and I'm gonna explain that later on in the video. Guys, if you're enjoying videos like this, and I hope you are, consider subscribing and clicking that bell so you don't miss stuff. As you can see, it's beautiful out, but it is chilly. So we have our hot water pressure washer going. It's making things a lot nicer to wash the vehicles. Let's get started, or at least let's go back and then I'll show you what we're doing because I'm in the middle of it already. So the coating is holding up really well. And look, you can actually see some wash marring. Yeah, not sure, how this was maintained between us, but this is the first time that it's coming back. There are already some areas that are a little bit questionable. I can see, along the doors here, along the sides, everything looks pretty good. Wheels look amazing. They clean up and they're beating like crazy. Definitely signs of, I don't know, improper washing and drying. Look at that, yikes. Already there's something going on here. I mean, the coating is still beating, but it should be a lot more than this. But who knows, that's just what happens. You never really know what is being done in between your maintenance washing. The best we can do is just keep on it the way that we're keeping up on it. Do what we need to do. Washing it properly. We're gonna top it now and dry everything, and we're going to do the inside. The inside is barely anything. It's not that bad at all. A light dusting, vacuuming, wipe down, that's all it'll take on the inside. This did sit outside and it got rained on and snowed on, and it wasn't even driven that much. I can definitely see signs here of some improper washing and marring. It wasn't like that when we first did it. When I have the video available, it'll be up there in the corner to watch the original video of this, and you'll see that that certainly was not there when we applied the coating. That's okay. Let's go ahead and dry it, and then we'll do the inside. That's unfortunate. It's the reality of how many wash their cars or treat their cars. But no car can be perfect. That's just the way it is. This already has a lot of damage on the paint, but oh well. So here's the reality of doing maintenance washes on customers' vehicles that are done quarterly or every 6 months. The reality is the vehicle is going to get swirled up again. That's just what's going to happen. Unless it's garaged all the time and really well taken care of, That's just the reality. But don't worry, it's okay. I know you see this and you think, oh no, the customer has ruined his paint. You know what? If the customer doesn't care or doesn't see it, it's okay. You don't have to worry. We don't have to worry. Just maintain it. Make sure it's beading. Make sure the paint is at least looking glossy, which it does. But it definitely has some swirls induced in it already. It definitely looks like big swipe marks or brush marks along the top surfaces here, definitely showing up. But you know what? That's just the reality. So if you're dealing with customers' vehicles that have been ceramic coated and they did spend money on it, it's okay. It's okay. It's just going to happen. There are many of the vehicles that we do that are ceramic coated that come back and they don't have any of these marks on them. They're still looking good. I mean, look, that's yikes. Yeah, so definitely some wiping going on. And as you can see, this vehicle has damage. Look at the dents and everything. So don't worry about it. It's okay. It's an awesome car that the customer loves to drive. Do you want to hear this thing start up? Check this out. Is that fun? Fun. Yeah, pretty crazy, right? That's just what it is. It's the customer's vehicle to play around with and not to look 100% perfect. The point is to make the paint look decent. Glossy, it beads, and that's what the customer wants. So don't worry about swirls and things like that. If the customer is worried about it, then that's one thing. Then we'll fix that and we'll help the customer understand. Do not use certain towels, brushes, chamois, things like that, because it's definitely evidence of something improper swiping across the hood. But if the customer doesn't mind, doesn't really care, then it's okay. Don't worry about it. So now it's pulled in and we just dried the wheels and drying some of the cracks and crevices. Look at it under the light. Why? Who knows what happened? Those swirls are now induced in the paint. Yikes. And they're definitely fresh. You can see that those are like swiping swirls from improper washing or drying. Or we did have some snow and ice here, so this was outside. It sat outside. It was not garaged. Perhaps using a snow broom of some sort, that's also going to cause damage like this. The best thing to do with snow removal like that on cars is, first of all, if it's not a foot of snow on your car, it's just like an inch, leave it alone. Don't touch it. Clean your windshield. You can scrape your windshield. Go ahead, fine. Sometimes that can even scratch it too, but you know what? That's just what you have to deal with. Your windshield you can replace easily. Scrape your windshield. Scrape all your glass. If it's just a little bit of snow on the paint, leave it alone. It's better not to touch it. Leave it alone. Don't scrape it off. Throughout the day, it's going to melt away, especially here in Virginia. The sun will come out tomorrow and it will melt the snow. Leave it on your car. Your car is going to warm up. It's going to melt off. If it's just an inch or even a few inches on the top here, it'll blow off. It's not a big deal. So don't worry about that. If you're dealing with, a foot of snow, well, then you're not here, you're somewhere else. And, you can get other types of foam snow brooms where you just knock off the top layer and leave like an inch to a half an inch on the paint. Don't go any further because it's going to scratch it. It's going to, trust me. We lived in the north. What was that? That was so weird. We used to live in the Northeast. Stop it! We used to live in the Northeast, so we're used to having a ton of snow, and we used to scrape our cars off all the time, and oh my goodness, the paint was wrecked. But then again, that's the Northeast for you. It's unfortunate, like it's defeating. We put all this time and effort into it, and then it comes back looking like this. But you know what? That's the reality, guys. That's the reality of it. We do have this other vehicle. I think I already had a video on this one. It's coming in for its second maintenance wash. We had a 1-year coating on this one. So we'll just show you quick little, clips of how this one is holding up. So for this one has not been washed in a month. Wow. That's awesome. Wow. That is crazy hydrophobics. You can definitely see here in the lower portions, it's like flattened out, but there's a lot of salt and junk that needs to be washed off. So I also have this little undercarriage washer here because the customer did opt to get the undercarriage just rinsed. We're not going to foam it or clean it, it's just rinsing. But yeah, not bad. It's not such high pressure that it's damaging anything. Cool. Well, that's all clean under there. So we're using the Apex shampoo from Phoenix EOD, and this stuff is unbelievable. It is amazing stuff. I mean, look at the coating. It's resisting everything. Beautiful. Really, really awesome coating. So here's the difference between, you know, a vehicle that is actually well maintained. It's, again, brought to us. It's not necessarily the coating, because the coating that we have on the Cadillac, we have on other vehicles, and it is just as amazing. So it has to do with proper maintenance. That's the common denominator, is proper maintenance. That coating is incredible. That is amazing. Oh my goodness, that is awesome. Nice. So the 1-year coating, man, that is incredible. Wheels are holding up great. All the plastic is beating like crazy. Look at that. And look at the paint. Look at that. We just look at it. Just look at that. So we're going to protect it with the Apex Surface Protection Rehydra sheet. Why am I choosing the sheet over the Rehydra bead? Well, because it is a black vehicle, and it is nicer to have, instead of beads on the paint, have it sheet away. It lessens the, you know, water spotting that can happen on it. This still does bead, you know, at the right contact angles when it rains and all that. It'll still bead, but the more water that's put on it, it'll actually flood and sheet off as well. So let's apply this. Can I have some more, please? Cars and trucks going down the road to that house. They're going to be living in it and redoing it. Here, let me spray all down the other side. You want to go mod? All right. Mod it is. Mod pizza. It's a pizza pie. So now the exterior of this has been washed and dried and topped. So yes, obviously this vehicle, well maintained. The paint is in much better shape. So no, it's not our wash technique or anything like that that made that paint swirly, because that was the first time that we washed it. It's how the vehicle was maintained between our maintenance details. And again, sometimes it just happens. This truck is, even though daily driven and used as a work truck, the customer takes very good care of it. And it's obvious. The coating is holding up extremely well. The paint is still looking amazing. The Cadillac, well, it might need some help later on if the customer wants to repolish it, but if not, no problem. At least the coating is there protecting the paint from UV and anything like that, and it definitely makes it easier to clean. The benefit of ceramic coatings, once again, is ease of maintenance. And are they bulletproof? No, they are not. Even the expensive Pro ones, if just a car is left outside, it can still water spot, it can still get some damage on it. If washed improperly, you'll get swirls. That's just what happens. Yes, the Pro coatings can resist wash marring and swirls more than some of the consumer grade coatings, but still, if you wash it improperly, it's not going to look good. So the Cadillac is now done. Inside is now done. It only took maybe 10 minutes or less. Not really a lot to show on the inside, just dusting and wiping down. But the exterior is now done. The tires and wheels are done. Tires were coated with the, or dressed with the tire shine from Hybrid Solutions Pro, their graphene acrylic tire shine. So I actually put 2 layers. I usually put 2 applications of this stuff. The first layer usually sucks in, you know, into the rubber tires. On some tires, it does that. I don't always have to do 2 applications. On this one, the tires are a little old, and it just kind of absorbed into them, and I just went around and did a second layer. That'll dry really nicely. But as you can see around the vehicle, it's glossy. It looks nice from a distance, just don't look too close. Those swirls are pretty bad. On the other hand, we have the Tundra here that has been in now for our second maintenance detail, and it is still looking incredible. The paint looks beautiful. There's no heavy swipe marks or anything like that because the owner makes sure not to use brushes or wipe it down improperly. The owner takes good care of it. So yeah, it really is about maintenance and how the vehicle is cared for in between your maintenance details. So just, you know, let your customers know, educate them, teach them, show them if you need to how to wash the vehicle properly and what to use. You know, send them links to products that are good to use for maintenance details. In fact, I'll have those products linked down below, the ones that we use for our maintenance details that are really some of the best soaps and toppers and microfibers and mitts to use. That's also very important, not just about the products, but about the tools. Make sure to have nice, soft microfibers to dry, or a blower. That would be even better. I would definitely suggest a blower. I have an awesome handheld blower down below. The links go to Car Supplies Warehouse. Put in code Miranda10 and you're gonna get 10% off of the products and most tools. Put it in there anyway and see if you can get the discount, but most of the tools you can get the discount on that as well. I'll have a list of what you can use for maintenance details to safely maintain your ceramic coating on your vehicle or your customer's vehicle. So that's gonna do it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, let me know down below. As always, don't forget to subscribe and click that bell so you don't miss stuff. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great week. Stay warm if it's cold where you are.